Yeah. So, welcome everybody. I wanted to talk about something really important today, which is, uh, two things. One, how do we, sustain StepUp.One as a company? I think that's, extremely, crucial.
Yeah,
Um, how do we sustain, StepUp.One as a company? That will be our number one goal for 2022, right? Because we know that it is working, but what happens if one of us, let's especially, I feel StepUp.One is extremely dependent on me as an individual, to be there and to deliver the so it's really important in this year, we figure out a way to remove me from the equation. And let's say, yeah, anything happens to me, or we have a structure of we have a team of paid people who will take step up to the next level and next level and next level, whether or not I am here or not. So that is, I don't know whether you guys understand this important thing, but this is extremely important because we should not be dependent on anybody. Today me, tomorrow someone else, or day after tomorrow someone else. I think it is fundamentally against the principles of what we set out to achieve. So remove the dependence on any set of people, right? And become a self sustainable social impact enterprise. So this is our number one goal for 2022, right? Many of you might say, I don't care, how does it affect my life? Whether you remove or not, who cares, right? It's your problem, Manish. You work it out. I shouldn't be bothered about this, right? All I want is client. I want to make the 200, 300, $400 that you promised me, and that's it. I don't really care whether you live or you die, or whether you remove your dependence. Or so that's a good that's one good attitude. You can have that attitude. It's a good attitude. I don't have a problem with that. But I hope you can understand that some of you have built a really good momentum. You are earning 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 shillings a month today. And I want that to keep growing to 70, 80, 90, 100,000 shillings, right? And even if you're earning 100,000 shillings a month, if something happens to the organization, right, from 100,000 a month every month, for almost years together, you will come down to zero. Honestly, that is the reality. If something happens to me tomorrow, I'm telling you, from 100,000 a month, or the overall earning that we're having is 1 million shillings, and probably we'll go to 2 million shillings very soon. From 2 million shillings, you will come down to zero. It won't go to 2 million to 1.8. From 1.8, it won't reduce to 1.6. It won't reduce to 1.4. It won't come down like that. From 2 million, you will be next month zero. None of you will have anything on your bank account. I hope you understand, how big this problem is. So we have to really, address the dependence on any people, and it should run like a proper formal company that doesn't fall and die and die because somebody died. So it's really important. This is our number one goal. All of you should worry about this goal, because it's good for all of you. You might say, oh, I don't care, I'm just making $10,000, or sorry, 10,000 shillings a month, so if it comes down, that's okay. But you have to remember, every single person here started with only 10,000 shillings, and then they kept adding, the next 10,000, the next 20,000, the next 10,000, right? um it's just incredible how you can build over a period of time, right? So this is our number one goal. We have to remove the dependence on anybody, especially me. And how do we do that? Is what we're going to do this year, right? That's number one. um any ideas on how we could possibly do that thing? Like, do you have any ideas that you can share? How can we? It's not about removing so it's not like, it's not about removing dependence from me. It's basically, how do you have teams? How do you have teams of people who will do the job that I have been doing 24/7, 365 days? I have been doing something. So who will do that thing, right? If I'm dead and gone, or if, so that's what is important. It's not like, so that's the most important thing that we need to replace. So what are the very things that we are supposed to replace? It's all there, but we need to, do it formally, right? Yes, Farah, what's your idea, thought, for this one? If you have any ideas on this one, please let me know, right? I'll keep typing it. Yes, Farah.
Yes, and thank you so much. I actually find this very important. Uh, I think we need to consider a few things, and I'm very sorry. Actually, this didn't go out well when you were on your holiday. We let you so down because the way we were doing things, I think it wasn't for me. That was not what I was expecting. So I think what we need is one, we need to build a structure, a way of leadership that can actually work effectively. So the other thing I also think, which is actually relating, is that we need the group leaders to actually step in. We need them to pull up their socks. We need them to work, and we need the system to work while you are there. We need the system to work as if you are not even there. We need, like, even if you are not there, we need everything to work as actually as perfect as they are when you are there. So I think that could be the. I think that can work.
Yeah, no, I agree, Farah. Any more ideas? I think, just to reflect on what Farah said, we have a structure. Okay, so we have Jason, we have Joel, we have Paul, we have Keisha, we have Muhammad Hassan, Shamari, and Bahana. We have the structure which we put together, but the structure is not working. Right, the structure is not working, as we very clearly saw during the 20 days that I was not there. Just because we put a structure doesn't mean it is supposed to work. It was working partly. Okay, Jason was doing something, and Keisha was doing something, Paul was doing something, but honestly, I think this structure will not work if these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these 7 people, and let's say each of them maybe have a 10 people team, a 5 or 10 people team. Each of them should have a 5 or 10 people team, and all of them should be doing this as their full-time job. If Jason has 3 jobs, and one of that is one of that job is step up, then obviously it's never going to work, right? Same with Keisha, same with Muhammad Hassan. If he has 5 priorities and one of the priorities is step up, he's never going to be able to deliver his job. Same with Jean-Marie and Bahana, right? It's not they are doing anything wrong. The fundamental problem with our approach is, all of these 7 people, or anybody in this role, I'm not talking good or bad about these 7 people. Anybody who's there in their role should be should be compensated for the work that they are doing. Currently, none of these people are compensated for the work they are doing. Every single month, Bahana distributes the payment to all of you, and I don't think we have given him any money for doing that. Every single month Kisha does I don't know, is so much of work, it's impossible for me to imagine. He does more work for StepUp than the amount of work he does for his client, right? So we have not given Kisha a single dime for doing the amazing work that he has done so far. And the same with Jason. We have not given him a single dollar for all the work he put in for onboarding, right? So the most important thing for us to do is not just to have the structure, but but to basically have we need to basically be able to bring all of them full time. I think doing this job full time is a fundamental is a fundamental trait. I don't think anybody can do multiple jobs. So this this is something really fundamental, right? That's number one. Number two, if they are going to be doing this full time, then they need to be compensated. It's really, really simple. Because they can't be yeah, and you might argue with me, oh, they are all getting lots of money by working for clients. Yeah, I agree with you. They are all making a lot of money by working for client, but that is only working for client, right? They're not working for StepUp. So it's really important that we differentiate the work that we do for our client and the money that we earn from our client, and the work that we do for StepUp and the money we earn from StepUp. Yeah, that's really, really important, right? The question is, the other big question I have is, should we allow these leaders to work for both clients and for StepUp? That's a big question, but we don't have an answer for that right now, because without these leaders, everybody will fall flat. Many projects will fall flat, right? Yeah, it's going to be really, really important, right? So so this is what I think we need a way. Let me just make a point over there. We need a way to compensate these leaders. Okay, so so we need to remove the dependence. That's number one. In order for us to remove the dependence, what are the various things we need? We need to we need a strategy. Okay, need a strategy, and then we need a team to execute the strategy, right? And then we need a an execution framework. Okay, so for example, what is an execution framework? How to pay this team, right? How to pay this team, how to monitor their work, right? Remove them if they don't deliver, right? Reward them when they achieve results. It's very simple, really simple framework, right? What is our strategy? What is our strategy? Become self-sufficient. This is our strategy, right? Who will do this? This team of 7. And let's start with just 2 people below each other, just as a simple 2 below each of them, or maybe it will be different for each. Okay, something like this, right? And then this framework, how to pay this team. So how much to pay this team, how much to pay this team, how to pay this team, where that money is going to come from, etc., etc. So this is the fundamental goal of 2022. Number one goal. It's more important than everybody might be thinking. The 2022 goal should be to make from last year we made 5 million shillings. This year we have to make 50 million shillings. That should be the goal of 2022, right? I mean, that's what normally people do, just keep on having higher goals. But we are having a very different kind of a goal. We are going to give it a structure, right? The anything else we need to do in order to do this thing? You can think a little bit more, smaller also, like it need not be at this high level. Anything else you guys can think of, like what else we need to do? To remove the remove this thing?
Anis.
Yes.
So according to the idea you just bring in, it's very noble. According to my understanding, those clients who are serving, that you may be helping them. Maybe for a time they may just either unsubscribe from the job they've given you. Whereby you found someone is working, maybe is just committed to any other work and to step up. As they know that they are not full-time staff or maybe person, but when they know that I am now full-time staff from StepUp, so from there they can commit their time and really work hard for StepUp, because they know that it's like they have a contract with StepUp, and even though they don't have a client they're serving, but if they're still working maybe for those onboarding teams and others executing different maybe tasks, so they will still be delivering those one confidently, because they know that they are there, they're gonna be paid at the end of the month. So I'm really embracing this idea, which is very noble, to make StepUp really to become self-sufficient, or to have a resilience in StepUp. Thank you so much. That's a contribution I wanted to add there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This has to be how to pay this, full-time team. It has to be a full-time team. They can't be, doing part-time. Part-time doesn't work. If you want to know how that is the case, I left my job and started doing this full-time, right? Why did I do it? Because why do I need to do this? I don't think so. I ran it without leaving my job. But if I can do this, right, I don't want to it's really important, right? If I believe that if I have to do justice to StepUp, then I have to completely put my every minute of my waking time to deliver the result for StepUp. If I took that decision, right, and I don't have to take the decision, and I'm not in nobody pushed me to take the decision, I think it's really important for all of you to reflect, right, and say, okay, if that is what I need to do, to make this successful, that is what I need to do. Without having a full-time commitment, we are not going to be able to do this as a team. In fact, we are pulling other people down. That's what I thought. I thought, by doing this, in my free time, I was not doing justice to all the hundreds of people, who are trusting, this whole initiative, right? So having a leadership role and not committing to it is a crime.
Exactly.
Right. And I set an example by leaving my job, right? That paid, I don't know, like 1 million times more than what I will ever make any money, or not just me, think of you as well, right? So I think it's really important. It's really important to reflect on it and think about, if you are going to commit, then you don't commit by your words, you commit with everything that you've got, right? So that's the minimum expectation that I have. It has to be a full-time struggle. You cannot do this, You cannot do this half-heartedly or half time or even 70% of their time. It has to be full time. When I say full time, 24 hours, 7 days a week. That's what is full time, not 8 hours in a day. So that's my number one thing. Any other things that we need to do other than what I have listed over here? By giving them a certain jobs. Okay, so Yahya says, you previously raised a good point on how we can appreciate their efforts. I mean, honestly, Yahya, it's not appreciating their efforts. It's simply, paying their due. No, it's not like in fact, I was just appreciating their effort all this time instead of paying them. But Yahya is saying by giving them a certain percentage of the jobs won on that month. So this is a problem, Yahya. We don't want to reward them by giving them a job, right? If we reward them by giving them a job, then they can't do their job. Okay, you have to imagine this. Doing StepUp.One client job is also a job, right? If our full-time people are doing StepUp.One job and the StepUp, so it's going to be very difficult. So we have to reward them with money and not with clients or jobs. Yes, Magdalene, you have something to say.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. I think we can push or at least oblige leaders to organize training sessions every week with their graduates. Yeah, definitely you should do. Yeah, Jackson, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Anis, thanks for the opportunity. In fact, you have come up with a very crucial point. In fact, we have to implement it, and before reaching to the conclusion, maybe you should have a consultation with those people, if they are going to commit, or if they are committed elsewhere. I'm very sure the result will not be as we want it to be. As you referred yourself as an example, because you are held up elsewhere, but you opted to leave whatever you've been doing to concentrate on this single project. So if they also commit, I'm pretty sure we'll see the results. And if they don't commit, we remain just there. So they should be honest to themselves if they are going to give to deliver. Yeah, as you said, it's too risky. If we all depend on you, it's really risky. And I believe it is an opportunity of which the members and other upcoming graduates will benefit much.
That's
So
true.
that is that. Yeah, that term of dependence. It's not good.
Yeah.
But it will work. I conclude by saying this will only work when the mentioned people become really serious. And I don't know how will you or how will we measure their performance. Yeah, that is like what I have to know, or we'll know that in future. No worries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rest in
Yeah.
the case, Mr. Anis.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks. I think um, we need to do that. I think there's no doubt. I don't know, Magdalene, you want to say something because you've been
Yes,
coming off mute? Yeah, yes, Magdalene.
yes. I wanted to say, okay, considering we've already mentioned that the leaders, perhaps they need to make this their full-time jobs, and we already mentioned about, I also think that maybe we need to, or maybe more training needs to be done in regards to their roles, maybe assessing their in regards to their specific job roles, so that it can ensure better results in their specific job roles. And if maybe there are other roles that are coming up and maybe they need more people, then maybe more leaders need to be added. But in the meantime, maybe the leaders need more training in regards to maybe, okay, because it came up as a result of you being absent and the job not being efficiently done. So based on what training in their specific job descriptions, or maybe adding more members on board to help them in what seems like too much to handle for an individual.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Magdalene. I think, yeah, definitely training is so important. You can see that in action in the Amazon SEO job, where we started the job without even knowing what to do. When we started the job, when the client paid us, we didn't know what to do. But we have learned and we have mastered the process, in exactly in the last 30 days. So I completely agree with you that, training and especially team leaders and their members have to, continuously, work together to make that happen. That's really important. So like I said, right, our strategy is to become self-sufficient. By the end of this year, we must be 100% self-sufficient. Number two, we need a team to make it self-sufficient. In my opinion, we need a team of 7 as minimum. Okay, we need a team of 7 as a minimum to become self-sufficient, right? But over a period of time, we can add 2 or 3 more people below them, yeah, to help them and grow this, much this thing, right? And then we need sometimes this 2 may not be enough. For example, for onboarding team, we need 20 people to help us, not 2 people. So even though Jason is there and 2 more people are there, we probably need 20 more people to do this job, effectively. So we need to see how will we reward the volunteers as well, the people who are doing the job, right? We need a strategy for that. And then we need an execution framework on how to pay this full-time team. Where will this money come from? How to monitor their work? How to remove them if they don't deliver results? How to reward them when they achieve results, right? So this whole thing is what we need to achieve, right? If there is anything more to this, please let me know. We'll add them here. But this is very important. This is the first thing, right? Remove the dependence. The second thing that we need to do, yes, let's say we have removed the dependence. We can't survive, on sustenance. We can't like, we will be like 10 years from today, we will be a small, like I don't know, maybe 5,000 people company, serving mainly Kakuma and a few small camps, 1,000 more people from some 20-30 camps, right? We will never reach our goal of 1 million people in 10 years if we do this, sufficiency strategy, which is simply, one-to-one. Let's get one job from one client, right? That's a part of the sufficiency strategy. So we need a way to get 100 jobs. We need a way to get 1,000 jobs, in one shot, right? So that was my second strategy, how to achieve, a little bit more explosive growth. Maybe some better English people can suggest a better strategy name, which is, something which is how to achieve a not non-linear, not an explosive. It's actually how to achieve what is the right English word, right? How to achieve an exponential growth. I don't know. Exponential growth, as opposed to winning one client or one job at a time, right? Do you guys agree with this strategy? Why we should achieve an exponential growth as opposed to winning one job at a time? Do you know why we should do this? Why are we not happy with just winning one job at a time? It's really good, right? Winning one job at a time. We've been doing this all this while. For 3 years, we just kept winning one job. What's wrong with it? Why should we win 10 jobs, 100 jobs at a time? Why should we do it? Anybody?
Yes, Anis.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Farah. So I actually had, I needed to answer actually the previous question, but I also add this one. So they normally, okay, answering the first question, they normally say when you want to do without someone, you need to get his or her substitute. So I think we need someone who can actually substitute you by acting as a CEO. I know this situation actually may be recurrent again, but we can do the same solution again when it reaches the time. So why I prefer this idea is because there is no company actually, there's no company that can do without CEO. So that's my first opinion. The next opinion, why we need to get 100 jobs per shot is because our company is actually increasing. Our graduates are actually increasing, and the development of the company is actually growing. So we need more jobs so that we can the company can actually run smoother. So as the step of graduates increase, the demand for jobs will actually increase.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I put this thing. We need an overall leader, for every camp that we operate in. Yeah, so I'll put that also as a thing. That's what you mean by a CEO, right?
Yes, that's what I actually mean.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. And then now, how to achieve this exponential growth, right? Now, the reason why, shall we just, focus on point number 1 so that, so that I think point number 2 becomes really obvious. We need to achieve, why do we need to grow like this? Is because, because we need to, number 1, find jobs for thousands of people who are joining us right now, right? We can't do this if we simply keep winning just one job from one client. We have to have a mechanism to win 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 jobs from each client. At least a mechanism, a clarity. I thought about this a few months ago, and I have not even put it on the website. So if you go to our website today and look at our website, it's not there in our website. Is it there in the website? We still have our $100, $200, and $300, in our website. This is our website, right? So there's no option for anybody to, give us 100 jobs. Correct? Even today, it's not there. But I thought about it. I put it into everybody's, minds as and when I pitched the idea. And already we have got two clients already. 2 clients already signed up for approximately, 15 plus 15, around 30 jobs so far. Right. So I think it's really important that, we do that multiplication. I call that force multiplier, right? Which is the exponential growth as opposed to. So we don't need this exponential growth to survive. Okay, we should be able to survive with this strategy. Yeah, we should be able to survive with this strategy, but we need this growth in order to reach 1 million people. If we don't do this kind of a thing, we will never reach 1 million people. We'll never get funding. So for example, if we go to the venture capital people and say, oh, I have done this, I have a company, 7 of them are running, it's everything is self-sufficient. I'm not needed, right? Nobody will fund that sort of a company, right? We need to show exponential growth. We need to show that the company is a profitable company. It can sustain it can sustain any kinds of ups and downs, COVID or not, recession or not, we can sustain. So then we will get investments, then we will go to the million people that we want to change their lives, right? So that's the second most important thing, right? Now, any ideas? So let me quickly come to the so how do we achieve this in independence? I think here was clearly mentioning here. I meant we need to give a percentage of our money each month to these people. Yeah, yes, sorry Elmi, I didn't see that you have raised your hand. Yeah, do you want to go now, Elmi? Hello, Elmi, do you hear me? Okay. Okay, so Elmi, you can talk whenever you want to. I'm just going to continue. So the way we are going to do this, removing the dependence on any set of people and become completely, completely self-sufficient. Okay, we're going to do this. Please, I'm not like I don't know what do I say, but I'm not like I don't know what we are doing is right or wrong. So just challenge me, or just tell me as you see fit. So this is the problem, right? Or this is what we want to do, and this is what we are going to do. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to standardize our service. Okay, so the number one, I think, customers, the number one clients that we are currently working is individuals, correct? Most of our clients are individuals, right? So we're going to basically standardize our service for all individual clients, right? Currently we have 3 services that we provide for them, but we are going to combine them into one. Okay, so so this is just clients, number 2. Number 3, we are going to have a flat fee structure. So we're going to have a flat fee structure, and then we are going to have a percentage of this fee for running the company. We have a percentage of this fee for the team leader who is directing the thing, and we have a percentage of the fee for the team member who is delivering the job. Okay, so this is what is our solution. Okay, and we and why did I choose only client? And anybody can tell me, why did I choose individuals as the client? Why can't we choose even other companies like this, or large companies? Why can't we choose them also, right? For fulfilling our first strategy, right? Let me know if you have a thought about that, right? So what I totally believe that if we did these 6 things, okay, if we did the 6 things, we can become completely self-reliant by the end of this year. Okay, this is my solution. Focus on only individuals, not on this thing. Focus on only individuals. Bring a flat fee, okay, a flat fee, and then divide this correctly with the three people, with the three with three entities that is responsible for you to win the job, execute the job, and deliver the job, right? So this is my thing. Any comments on this before I go to the solution, how I'm planning to implement it?
Alanis,
Yes.
yeah, it is a good structure, but I can see that the team member will suffer the tax more than any other person here. I don't know if there will be an increment to the fee that we are charging our clients. I don't know, such that to sustain the other duties. I'm not sure how you'll balance it. Yeah,
No,
that is
absolutely.
my
Absolutely.
concern.
Yeah. No, you're right. So basically, your concern is like this, right? Let me take an example. If you have, let's say, currently, your concern is this. Let me put that concern into numbers. Please, if anybody has a concern, please, come with your concern right now, because it's a good concern that,
Yes, Anis.
Yes, Bhugashani.
Yeah, my concern was just similar to the one of Jackson's. So I would just like to know only on how maybe those percentages, the one for running the company, the one for the team leader, and the one for the member delivering the job, on how they will just be divided. Only that what I want just to know
Yeah.
how they'll be just.
No, definitely. The concern is this, if 100 is the fee that we charge today, a leader takes 20, leader takes 20, and member takes 80, correct? I think that is what is a concern of Jackson, right? I'm sure it's a concern of all of you.
Exactly.
It's not like
Sure.
this thing, right? So this is what is the current working model. What Jackson says is, if from this working model, if you're going to do this, we're going to say, for the company, let me just call it the company, or the people working for the company, let me call this people. Okay, if you're going to give them, let's say 20, we can't, obviously reduce it for the leader. 20 is already low, so we are going to, punish the team member, and we are going to, do something like this. Is this a correct representation of your concern, Jackson?
And it is a nice, but if you see it on the other perspective, it's really heartbreaking. I'm sorry to mention this. I'm not trying to discourage anybody concerning the same idea. But even team members, to deliver this kind of work, there are other charges they undergo. So if you sum up at the end of the month, maybe the team member will remain with 1,000 or 500 or 2,000. So you realize that you are doing a certain job, but the return, honestly, it can't satisfy. That is my own opinion. I'm not meaning that we should change anything, but here the team member, the team member is suffering the consequence.
Yeah. See, Jackson, don't hold anything back. Okay. You have to talk exactly whatever is there in your mind. Okay. That's what I'm encouraging. So, this is your concern, and I see your concern, and you're basically adding one more concern, that let's say if the team member get, let me convert this into, shillings. So if this is the shilling, you're telling, because whatever you're telling has to be precise. It can't be just thing. So from this 6,000, you're saying the team member will spend so much money for electricity, data bundle. What else is there? Like you spend money on?
Airtime,
Yeah.
credit,
Yeah, that is data bundle, right?
but you have to call as well.
No, see, you said the team member will be left with 1,000 shillings, right? I want to know how. How is it possible? So
You can calculate from the electricity.
yes, shall we say 1,000
Then-
shillings? Yeah. What else? What else the team member is supposed to spend? Electricity, data bundle. What else?
I think those are the most
So even let's
important.
say travel. Let's say travel. Traveling sometimes. To search center or whatever, right? So yeah, somebody is writing something. Labor. What is labor? You have to be precise, Moses. You can't just say something. What is labor? Labor means nothing. You have to say, where. So what Jackson is saying is, he's only going to get 6,000 instead of 8,000, and then he has to spend on electricity. He has to spend on data. He has to spend on travel. What I mean by travel is, sometimes you have to travel to search center. Sometimes you have to travel to the internet cafe or whatever, wherever you go. So you spend all this money and then you're left with a very small amount. Is that your concern, Jackson?
Sure, Mr. Anis, that is my concern.
Yeah, labor is a time spent to do the work. I understand, Moses, but that is why you're getting paid 6,000. Okay, so how do we solve this problem? Anybody can tell me how to solve this problem? I mean, he's Jackson is absolutely right. We want to do sustainable job. So who are we going to punish? We are going to punish the team member who's actually doing the job. Right? I fully agree with Jackson. This is not the right way to do this. Can anybody tell me how to do this better? This is not the right way to do this. So how to do this better? This is not the right way to do this. Can somebody tell me how to do this better? This is a bad way to do this. Yeah, Shem. The problem you have is your mic is not working, Shem. But try talking, Shem, please. Don't give up.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Okay. Okay. Concerning this for the team members and the calculation that you're doing. Okay, from my own perspective, or okay, for what I think we can do is that because there are so many percentage here, percentage that's supposed to be taken from the team member. We can also do the okay. This is my point of view. We can also do this for the percentage of this fee for the team member who is delivering the job, and for the fees for the team leader, maybe for the running of the company. Then we can take two, and then maybe we do this every month. We can find a job, like every month when we get, maybe we get 10 jobs, then we take one job we like that one job is not for anyone in StepUp. It's actually meant for the running for the company. And then that job you gave out to someone who will maybe work, like will actually work on that job. As we have been doing, we have been working for our mentors, like, and we're not being paid, like we are volunteering doing that. So someone also can do that if it's a selling, and then at the end of it, maybe he can have 30% in that job, and then the rest of maybe 70% goes to the company as for the running of the company, instead of taking that 100 like let me say 10,000 Kenya shilling, and then take out of maybe 200 or 2,000 for the team leader. Again, I don't know, 2,000 for 1,000 for the company. Again, I don't know, 1,000 for maybe reward, rewarding the team that is delivering, or maybe they're doing well in the organization. For me, I would suggest maybe when we get 10 jobs, or maybe 4 or 5 jobs, we take 4 jobs, we give to the team, the step up guys, and then 1 job it should be there for the company, like for the running of the company, and maybe the reward for rewarding the team that is delivering, like the 7 guys you've listed there. Okay, that's what maybe I think we can do on this, because the team member will remain with nothing at the end of the day, as Jackson has pointed out.
Yeah, no, Shem, very innovative idea. I have obviously many concerns on that idea, but yeah, it's also what I think Yahya began to say, that whenever we win jobs, let's give more jobs to the to the leaders who are running the company. But I simply think that is wrong. In fact, I want to remove the jobs that the leaders are having currently. I don't want the leaders. So what I'm trying to say is, I want the leaders to focus on just one thing: how to make StepUp.One successful, and I want them to get rewarded very, very heavily for that. I want to remove, let's say if Jean-Marie is working for URISE, I want to remove Jean-Marie not only from URISE, I want to remove him from all other jobs that he's doing for StepUp. Okay, so Jean-Marie is currently working for 10, 15 clients, right, of StepUp.One. I want to remove Jean-Marie from all the, not just the job that he's currently doing outside StepUp. I want to remove the job that he's doing inside StepUp. Why I want to do that? So that he can deliver the job that he's trying to do, right, in a huge way. I'm sure that you understand what I'm trying to do, but anyway, but it's a good point. Any what?
Yes, Anis.
Yes, Kishore. Yeah, just can you give like 1 minute for Bahana? He raised his hand before you. Yeah, thanks. Yes, Bahana.
Well, thank you very much, Anis. I mean, I'm not against all the ideas that colleagues have shared, but I just want to make sure, we put some stuff clear. We differentiate, like you just said that you want to remove, Jean-Marie from all other jobs he is doing within StepUp. On that, maybe there's some sort of confusion among us, all the StepUp graduates. The difference between these StepUp leadership team, those who will be coming in as full-time StepUp employees, and the leaders, like the team leaders. So maybe you can clarify on this. So if you come in as a StepUp full-time employee, you work for StepUp and you don't have any job that you're doing for a client, but it doesn't mean that we are abolishing, this model of StepUp of having team leaders, like upcoming team leaders monitoring the work of, of the team members. I think that there's two leaderships that are conflicting maybe in our mind. Maybe you can clarify on that. Leaders and full-time StepUp leadership team.
Absolutely. I think it's a huge topic, Bahana. I guess let me actually make it really simple. So what I mean by that is, yeah.
Can I make my second point?
Yes. The first point is very important point. So let me see, because that point can be, brought to thing. So currently Bahana is, doing the leadership for, Intro Hive, for, let's say Kuram, for, Crowd, and for let's say Mike Saxon. Okay, so this is the 4 clients that Bahana is leading. Okay, now and then Bahana has a let's say a 5th job at UNHCR, right? Now what I mean by what I mean by it is like this. Why is it like this? Why is it so small? Okay, let me reduce the number of jobs for you, Bahana. Let's say, I know you're working, in many places, but let me reduce it to just, 3 places, so that, just as an example, you can relate to this, right? So not only you, everybody should be able to relate to that. So 2 StepUp, and in fact, I think I can just make it even more interesting, like the StepUp jobs. And then here, you have, like some, some education leader or something like that, right? Let's say, okay, so this is what you're doing, let's say, Bahana. And, now I can add more actually. So you can add for Mike, you can add for Crowd, and you're working for, quite a few, quite a few more people. Okay. What I mean by, full-time is actually this. We are not yet ready for that, but I'll still make it really clear. Can everybody see my screen, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, we are seeing this screen.
Okay, good.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Good. I love the clarity that this will bring to everybody. The first thing I want is to let go of this job and take on a StepUp. Let me call it, this is clients. Okay, let me call it clients because it's very important. StepUp role. So this is a StepUp role, so this is the only role. Okay, so this is how you will transition. And at some point in time, Bahana, this whole thing will be gone. Oh God. Not now, because we are not ready for this. So this is, this will be from today, but let's say from a year from now, when, let's say when we have got funding and everything, this will be your job. You will not have any clients. You will not have anything else to do with it. So this is where you are today. This is today. Yeah, this is today. This is from tomorrow. And this one, what's happening to my thing? And this last one is, let's say, 1 year from now. This one. Why, can anybody tell me why should Bahana or Jean-Marie or anybody give up such amazing things. You know, I'm asking them to give up StepUp job. You know, you understand, I'm asking Bahana 1 year from today to give up. You know, this is an extremely lucrative thing for Bahana, right? Why am I asking him to, why, I should be crazy and Bahana should be crazy to give up all his StepUp clients to do this StepUp role full time. How is he going to be, doing that? How is he going to be rewarded for it? How is he going to be, happy with that?
Yeah, I think the answer to the why, that answers, our first, a goal for this year, the self-sustainability and removing the dependence on, like making sure that even when, someone is not there, if you have 7, 10 people working full time for StepUp, the organization is self-sustained, and we are able to serve, the millions of people that we are getting from the onboarding, and the organization
very good
scales and grows.
Yeah. But why should you do that? Because you make very, very good money, in UNHCR. You make extraordinary money in StepUp clients. Why would you give up both of them to do just this one small role?
I think effectiveness of results, because there is one point, you point out right at the beginning when you are giving the brief, like on why people should, dedicate and commit. So, when you are full time, you don't have divided attention, so when you are full time, you commit to delivering results, whatever you are doing, so, and that means there is a, there is a hope, there is a result and impact that is going to come out from whatever you are doing. But when you have 1, 2, 3 things that you're supposed to look at in a day, so definitely you won't be able to focus and concentrate on whatever you are doing, either for StepUp or for the client. So it's very good that, one focus and commit to StepUp.One role, so that of course we are able to scale and grow the company, because of course the money will be there. I definitely believe, like, when you come in full time, if I'm to come in full time 1 year from now, because we are developing a system that will allow us, like you said, to pitch the idea to potential funders and all these things, because maybe from tomorrow, like if looking at this tomorrow goal, we are able to onboard, let's say, 1 million graduates, and we have more than 500 clients, and we are able to show to these potential funders how the organization is sustainable on its own. So that means to generate more money to sustain Bahana, as a full-time StepUp, personnel, I guess.
No, absolutely. I think, so, I'm just putting some money also, this is not the exact money, I'm sure, it's just a rough and ready, estimation of what we want to achieve, right? So, so just to bear with me, this may not be the exact money, but, I want to show what is the art of the possible, right?
Hello, I have something.
Yes, Magdalene, can you just, wait for like a minute, if you don't mind. So let's say, Bahana is here, is happy with the StepUp clients, and he's happy with his UNHCR job. And, so he's coming full time, which means, both are StepUp. This side is for clients and this side is for, a leadership role within. So let's say he's the chief operating officer of, Kakuma. And, we pay him 30,000 shillings a month, right? Which is very good. But this is such an amazing thing for Bahana. Why should he ever let go of all this clients, for doing this? I'll tell you why he should do it, so that, you guys get it really, thing. there are two reasons why he will, give up everything else. Number one, we will do two things for him. One, we will give him an earning potential of, let's say, approximately, let's say something like, so he's having like 80,000 or so, something like that. So he will have an earning potential of 100,000 KES per month. Okay, that is just simple StepUp role, which will get paid based on his performance and his this thing. But that is not the reason why he will easily make 100,000 shillings by adding 3 more clients here. He can do it tomorrow. That's correct, right? He can easily do, this one tomorrow. But the reason why he will still choose to, come this side is because once we get funding and once we, create ourselves as a proper company, then Bahana will also be a part owner of this company. By having shares of this company. And this is the only reason, okay? I mean, if you know, I'm sure you know startups and you know how big companies are, done. This part ownership of the company is the only reason people, get where they usually get to in terms of wealth creation, right? This is the single biggest reason why, startups, and this one is not will not be in thousands of shillings. It will be in millions and billions of shillings, right? When the company grows to 1 million people, generating a revenue of, let's say, $1 billion, and it is valued at, let's say, $10 billion, which is a very, very small valuation, $10 billion. Then by being a part owner of the company, the Bahana is not anymore 100,000 shillings employee, but he's a multi-million, the wealth is very, very different when you are, having that sort of ownership. And that's the reason why he will move from here to here to here. And that is the reason why people will try and deliver the job instead of, just focusing on their clients. You have to focus on your clients to get there, which is why he's going to do this. But ultimately, this is where the wealth will get created. I'm just openly telling everybody, this is how the entire world of startups work today, right? Now, obviously, this is the biggest reward of, for being a part of the, organization and helping, the organization grow to where it became. So basically, there are going to be just two kinds of people. The kind of people who, simply worked for, clients and kept making their monthly money. So Bahana has done that all this while. Kisha has done this all the while. Ahmed has done it all the while, right? You keep working monthly and you keep getting monthly money, which is okay. But when you transition to, a full-time this thing, then you not only get the monthly, but you also share success as the company that you work so hard for gets successful. There are 1,000 problems in doing this, okay? So I'm not going to, explain how, but this is the principle that I have always had. It's not just to, make you earn money, but to make you, possibly employees, and then also share the wealth that this company will create over the period of time. So this is why not just Bahana, everybody should be interested in, doing this kind of a thing, from working for somebody to working for clients to working for StepUp in the leadership role. This is not going to be for everybody. This is going to be only for those who are in leadership roles. And this is not just for people who are in leadership roles. For example, Bahana is in a leadership role and he doesn't deliver any value or this thing, then he won't get any of these things, right? It is only for those who are able to deliver results. I hope, I'm making it absolutely clear. And we'll come back with everything else, to Any questions? I know Magdalene has been waiting very patiently for a long time, but
No, Anis, just very quickly on the same, just wanted to clarify one thing. So, and like with this model, this doesn't mean we are taking out the leadership model as well. So, this is only for those who are getting into the step up leadership role as step up coming in full time. So we still have the team leaders who are getting the 20% revenue from all the work, from all the client they bring in to their graduates or the work they do alongside their client. So just want to clarify that.
Yeah,
so we still have that
for the time being. Yes, for the time being.
for all of us.
For all of you, yeah, for the time being, it will definitely be taken away from you because you won't be able to do both jobs correctly. When
no, I'm saying not for like this is a model for like I'm saying for like the majority, like the whole step up, we still have that leadership.
The leadership layer will always be remaining. Okay, let me tell you, Bahana, I'm just taking you as an example. It is meant for Keisha, Ahmed, Magdalene, Sheila. It's for everybody. Don't think what I'm saying right now, this is for only the group leaders or the top leaders. No, this is meant for every single one of you. Okay, it depends on how well you do the job. Now, Bahana is, let's say, for assuming he's making 50,000, today, and we are going to give him a role in Step Up, by which we are going to give him, an additional 30,000 shillings. The day we raise the money, the day we are able to afford to give him 100,000, he will have to let go of everything. All of these clients has to be gone from him, right? Because from that day, if this day happens 3 months from today, then he will let go of all these people 3 months from today. I don't want to ask Bahana to let go of his existing clients and do this job full time before I can pay him, this kind of a money. Are you guys with me? Is this clear?
Yeah, it's clear, Anis.
Okay. Hey, sorry, Magdalene. I know I put you on hold for a long time, but and you also, Elmi, you wanted to ask something you didn't ask. So yes, please. Can you guys put your opinion here, please? I'm sorry to put these numbers and values precisely. It's really important for you to see it exactly as it is. I don't want to fool anybody by just by some by some kind of a wordsmithing, right? Oh, we are going to reward you more, we are going to do this great things, we are going to do that thing, this thing. I want to say exactly where you stand today, how we could do it tomorrow, and where we could take you in a year from now. This is precisely what I want to communicate. Yeah, any questions? What happened to you, Magdalene? You had a question. You're not anymore having any question. Any other thoughts, ideas, guys? Okay, let me go back. Okay, let's go back to this problem of this one, right, which Jackson raised. So any idea how we are going to solve this problem? I mean, I think Shem talked about a good idea. I have a bunch of problem with that. I feel it's not, it can't scale. I need something that can just simply scale and scale and scale, without anybody sitting and calculating and figuring out everything. Yes, Burberry.
Sorry, I never rose up when it was just clicked by mistake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how we're going to solve this problem. We're going to solve this problem like this. This is how we're going to solve this problem. We're going to increase the fee for all our clients to $300. That's the first thing, that's the first thing that we're going to do. Sorry, we have to say here, right? So we're going to increase the fee to $300. and we are going to, let me talk in, okay, shillings, right? Okay, I think either we should talk in dollars or shillings. You can do the multiplication. Okay, so we're going to, let $60 here. We're going to do 40 here, and we're going to do 200 here. This is how we're going to solve the problem. Okay. So let me just, I'll keep it maybe here so that you can. So from this particular thing, we're going to bring it to here. So that the member, instead of getting $60, I'll put everything in dollars so that, it's easier for you to, otherwise it's always very tricky. Is this making sense? So every job in StepUp is going to be at $300 a month, and we're going to be, shopping it, into these three things, So I'll call it roles, otherwise. All right, I can just call it running of the company. Yeah. I have a nice point, that was raised by Muhammad Abdul Qadir. He says, if you can do your job alone and will get 100% fee without depending on any leader, that will increase the payment of jobs. Now, this is a very good point. I have thought about this point also, which is what we have done in Slova. If you know Muhammad, we have done without the thing, but we have not increased the payment of anybody in Slova. We are keeping it to give it to all the volunteers. I mean, I'm not very comfortable with this point. Okay, I like the idea. Some of you are very, very good by yourself, but I always want another, pair of eyes to, to check and balance everybody. Okay, so it's important to have that check and balance. So today you might be a team member, tomorrow you will be the team leader. So when you become the team leader, you might say, oh no, we need that, we need that thing, right? Yeah. Yes, Bugashane, you have something to add? Jackson, Bugashane, you have something to say?
Yes, Anis.
Yeah.
So I'd like to know, as you just mentioned, that every work will be 300. So I wanted to know if maybe selling also, whenever we get a new selling, will be paying us $300.
Yes, everything, selling, marketing. In fact, all that thing is becoming one. So like I said here, standardizing our services for all our clients, flat fee structure. So everything is just one. There is no more selling, marketing, hyper. Everything is just one.
Okay, thank you.
One service for any client. And that client is an individual. The client is a company, then it's a different service. Is this clear to everybody?
Understood.
Yeah, and I think that is pretty clear. Because even if the charges of the fee of company, the fee of the team leader remains, at least there it can make a bit of sense for me. Yeah.
So so this is our this is where we were today. This is how it was split today, and this is where we want to move in 2022. So everything will be based on this mathematics from now onwards. Now let me also, just bring the point. What does that mean? What does that mean to have that? What do I mean by that, right? Where is the new one? Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find the. So this is where we are today. We have, but can somebody tell me what is the problem of increasing this figure to 3? We are doing also a big problem for ourselves, right? We are basically pushing our price high, and that means we will be, many clients will not be able to afford us. Yeah. So you have to be aware of this also. It's not like, I've got the problem solved. Solving the problem is the easiest thing to do. Just keep on increasing the price, all problems will be solved. But you also need to win clients.
Yeah, I was also like, I did not know how to bring it, but it was at the back of my mind. Increasing the price is good. Now, will the clients keep signing? That is
Yes.
a big question now we have to go about.
Yeah, that is a big question in my mind also. So I might come back to this model again. I have known this thing to come back to this model. Maybe even just maybe give it at a reduced price of $200, and I don't know what to do, but I have that in my mind. But I just wanted to try something out in 2022. Yes, Bahana.
Thank you very much. Actually, you covered what I wanted to say, but just wanted to add, for me, I think I'm seeing 2 risks, but if you are in a position to mitigate them, the better. One is not being able to get more clients. Client not being ready to pay us use more money if you're not able to prove results and add value to client business. So because the second risk is on capacity of a graduate to deliver all these 3 services combined in one package. So like, how do we make sure our graduates have all these are able to deliver effectively, all these things that we want to, all these, things that we want to deliver to our client, marketing, selling, and hyperscale, what I mean? So like, how prepared are we? How prepared all the graduates are in terms of delivering marketing work, selling, and hyperscale? And can we think of trainings on maybe pressure handling? Because interpersonal skills. Because like, you can tell, it's been a little bit complicated for some of us to deliver just marketing itself. We had a review meeting, this week on Wednesday, and you can tell how, bad the results were. So like, how prepared are we to make sure that we are able to effectively deliver results for our clients, not just look at the money, the figures, and as being, willing to sustain organization? Because if you're not able to deliver results, then the same problem comes back again. There won't be sustainability because the clients will keep on dropping.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think of the 3 risks that you've said, these 3 things, Bahana, the real risk is actually not these 2, selling and groups. The real risk is this alone. I don't know whether you agree with me. So we need to dramatically increase. So yesterday we won a client, Yahya Omar, won a client, along with Paul. See, look at my problem, right? Every time we win a client in marketing, I am not able to assign that work to anybody other than Paul. That is the biggest problem we have today in StepUp. I'm not confident on any leader who can deliver marketing work. I'm confident
I have an idea, Nils, because for me, sincerely speaking, I always see marketing as the easiest work than selling. Because selling, you have to work day in, day out, almost all the time, even monitoring the engagement and all this. But marketing, so I think we need to emphasize on training, especially on Canva, like, because you can work one day, you create, let's say, like 100 posts, and you have these things ready. So the problem is focus and commitment within the team. Because for me, I think marketing, yeah, like, and I don't know, like, where the problem is. But for me, I always feel like marketing is the easiest compared to selling. If we really give it everything, we've got time, focus, discipline, and commitment, because we have tools. Canva is a great tool. We also have, in StepUp, we have a model on identifying sources, keywords, and all these things. So we should be in a position to create, posts,
somehow, we need to dramatically increase, see, I'll tell you my thing. Selling and posting in groups, right, is a very easy activity to do. It is a hard work but easy activity to do every single day. You don't need to deploy your brain cells to do this. Okay, there is no need to use your brain or intelligence to do selling or marketing in groups. Okay, but when you try to do marketing, you have to use your brain. You have to use your brain. The expectation from the client is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm seeing every day, people are struggling. Salimani is struggling with Infomac. Jason is struggling with, Kevin. Everybody is struggling with marketing, right? It is really easy if you figure it out. It's really easy. But because you haven't figured it out, you bloody struggle. You struggle like crazy. So this is our biggest risk, and this is also our biggest risk. Not able to win, not clients, let's say 30 clients a month or something like that, 100 clients a month. Not be able to win, lots of clients. Yeah, that's the risk. But one thing that is giving me hope, Bahana, in this risk is, in the last 1 month, every deal we have closed is 300. I have not allowed any deal to happen at 100 or 200. In the last 1 month, every deal, the one that we closed yesterday, the 10 that we closed, everything is 300. Because I started thinking about it, and it's all about positioning yourself, in my opinion, Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, now let's go to the second one, and we'll be a little bit faster this time. How do we, okay, no, I think I have not, talked about one important thing. So what do we mean by, this, right? What do we mean by scaling like this, right? So, so this is what I mean by, if you look at this this slide, right? This is the slide we are preparing for our pitch. So these are the 5 things that we are going to do. We're going to do marketing, recruiting, selling, fundraising, and search engine optimization. These are the 5 things that we are going to do for every one of our clients, right? And these 5 things we can do in 3 different ways. Something like this. This is what this first model, one-to-one model, where we join with one individual, right? Let's say the VP of IBM or VP of Intro Hive. We give them one digital professional at $300 a month, right? And do the work, whatever the work is. The work could be marketing, the work could be recruiting, the work could be SEO, can be anything. Okay, so we just do this one-to-one with them. The 100x explosive model or the 10x model is one company. We give anywhere between 10 to 100 people for anywhere between $10,000 to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and then it has to be a company. Okay, so this is the second thing. Then we are also come up with a third model, which is the white label model, where we work with a marketing agency, like and then we supply professionals at a different price point. I will come back to that. We have not yet started this third one. We are only still talking about the first one, the second one. What I'm trying to tell you is, we as a company should become self-sufficient only with the first model. And this first model is the one where we say we want to reach, let's say by the end of this year, 10,000 people, 10,000 jobs, right, for each one of you, something like that, 1-to-1, 10,000 jobs for 10,000 refugee graduates. That's it, 1-to-1, 10,000 grads working for 10,000 clients. We should be self-sufficient. If we do 10,000 into 300, it's like $3 million. With $3 million, we can pay everybody that is working for us, and we should be able to. So just with this model, we should become self-sufficient. Okay. So what I mean by that is, this one, right? Remove the dependence on anybody and put everybody. I think this is the model, and we need to be we need to identify this full-time team. We need to pay this full-time team. We need to monitor their work and remove them if they don't deliver, and reward them if they deliver, etc., etc. So this is what we want to do. I think it's become pretty clear to everybody. Now we are moving to the second structure, which is how to achieve an exponential growth. So this one is where we are currently there, and we are thinking about it. The only way to achieve exponential is by so why should we achieve this exponential growth? So that why should we do this? Because this is the only way we can reach, let's say 10,000 graduates by the end of 2022. We can't, I'll tell you why, right? If we have to win 10,000 jobs, we have, let's say, 200, let's say 200 working, days we have in this year. Do you know how many meetings we need to have to win 10,000 jobs? Approximately, can somebody tell me how many meetings we need to win 10,000 jobs? So we win for every maybe 2 meetings or 3 meetings, we win a job. Let's say for every 2 we win a job. So we need 20,000 meetings in 200 days. That is how many? That is approximately 20,000 divided by 200 is how many? 100. Yeah, 100 meetings per day. Are we doing 100 meetings per day? Okay, 100 meetings per. In order to make 100 meetings per day, how many clients we need to be, contacting? We need to be contacting, I would say, 1 million clients. So to get 20,000 meetings, we need, that means 2 million clients. We need to have contacted 2 million clients in 200 days. So that's roughly how many clients per day? 100,000 clients a day. So 100,000, 1 million. No, not 100,000. 10,000 clients a day. Is it 10,000 clients a day? 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. Yeah, it's only 10,000 clients a day. I hope. Can we contact 10,000 clients a day? Very easily we can contact. Okay. We can easily contact 10,000 clients a day if only we have 5,000. 500 graduates sending 20 connections per day. Does it all make sense, guys? I mean, so we need 10,000 jobs in 200 working days, 20,000 meetings in 200 days, right? To make So that's 100 meetings a day. 2 million clients contacted in 500 clients and connections per day. Okay, so all this is good. So now you guys tell me which one is possible, which one is not possible. Let's start from the bottom. Can we do this? Can we reach 2 million clients in 200 days this year? Come on, guys. You guys need to talk. It's not like a monologue I'm having. You have to tell me whether, do you think we can reach 2 million clients this year in 200 days this year?
It's also, Anis, we're supposed to also calculate how many meetings we can close per day in order to get that.
We have done that, right? I don't know whether you're following. We have already done that. It's here. We have to do 100 meetings a day.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so this one is easy. We can do it, right? Is it possible to do this, guys? Yes. Come on, guys. I need everybody to give me an answer. Can we do this or not?
I think with our commitment, we can.
Yeah, it's very much possible. It's really easy
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah, this is very possible.
It's
I
very
just
much
want
possible.
to know, do we have an estimate for, like, if we do, let's say, 20,000 meetings in 200 days, like, I mean, how many do we intend to close, for example? I mean, to convert it to real client.
10, 50%. We can, for every meeting we have, we can convert, maybe, let me make it 30,000 meetings, because then maybe, it'll be, so we close, 1 in 3. So every 3 meetings, we close 1 client. Every 3 meetings, we win 1 job. So this is very much possible. Everybody seems to agree with me. And it is a job of, let's say, Keisha to make this happen, right? And it's actually very easy. It's like, Keisha can achieve this while sleeping in Kakuma. He doesn't need to even move a finger to achieve this. This is easy. I think, the better thing is, 1,000 graduates, but let's say, we'll go with this 500 mathematics. 30,000 meetings in 200 days. Why 30,000? Okay, no, basically we need, if we need 30,000 meetings, then we need 3 million clients. That means 150 like this. Okay, let me put 15,000, which is basically 750. Sorry, guys, because of 1 and 3, suddenly I changed everything. Okay, so 3 million clients we need to contact in 200 days. That's 15,000 clients per day. That is 750 graduates sending 20 connections every day. It is still very much possible, not a big deal. Keisha can achieve this, easily as the head of hunting, right? Now tell me, can we do this one? I mean, assuming our idea works and we are getting 30,000 meetings in 200 days, that is approximately 150 meetings per day. Can we do this 150 meetings per day?
Yes, we can, but we need a robust, closing team.
So
we need people who are able to pitch, not just Anis. Anis cannot do 150, not even 50 meetings a day. So we need a strong team.
Yeah, Bahana, we need to start talking practically. I agree with you, but we have been working for 3 years together. Do you think we have the team to do this?
We may have 1, 2, 3 people, but we don't have the team to do this. Sincerely speaking, we don't. We need to train people.
Yeah.
We
So
need a strategy.
yeah. So how many people we need, to do this? We need at least 150 meetings per day. I think we need around approximately at least 50 people to do this, right? We need around 50 people to do this. Currently, we don't even have 2 people, to do this. So this is our biggest problem. We don't know how to do this. We can't do this, right? And this is a significant leadership, problem that we have. And I have no idea how to, even if I just, if I just rattle down, who can do this, is probably less than 5 people who are in this meeting, right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe, Farah, maybe Edie, Bahana, Muhammad Hassan, maybe Magdalene, just 5 people can do this after a lot of training. Out of 1,200 plus people who have come into StepUp.One, just 5 of you can pitch, and none of you are even ready today. This is our biggest problem, and I have no idea how to solve it. This is not my problem. Keisha has to deliver this, and he can easily deliver this. It's not a big deal. But this is difficult. Yes, go ahead, guys. I mean, you can talk. Kasi, you can go first. Magdalene, you can go next.
Yes, Anis, my point is on the 150 meetings that we can be having on a daily basis, and the team to deliver this. To my opinion, I think it can be possible if we focus and make sure that this is done for us. Because if we've been able to be where we are at the moment, then doing this, to my opinion, I feel like it's only us having that intention of doing it. So I was thinking, as an idea, is we identify a number of members or a team that is willing to be trained in pitching, and we organize meetings and sessions with them to train them on how they can do based on the ability that they have and what they are able to do. Because if we say we cannot do, then we will not do, and we will fail as well. So to my opinion, I think we can do, but putting in a huge effort to do it. Thank you.
Yes, I agree with you, Kasi. But like you said, it's not about how brave you are, right? It's about even for example, Bahana failed many times to even join a pitch meeting. Forget about pitching in that meeting. It's none of his fault, right? He had a bad internet connection on that day, right? So what I'm thinking is, it's not just about how good you are. There are many problems. First problem is, your English is bad, right? Second problem is, your network is bad, right? Third problem is your skills, are bad. I mean, your skills to show the client, right, are bad. So it can be any of these problems, right? We can correct. We need we need ways to correct all these problems. We can't simply be very heroic. We need very precise way to correct this. So far, none of you have given me the confidence that you can do this. Maybe Muhammad Hassan can do this. He has done this and won a client as well. So yeah, we have a long way to go to do this. But this is our biggest problem. My thing is, we can pair, two people, each. Like for example, we can pair, one person from Nairobi and one person in Kakuma. So that let's say Magdalene and Sheila can work together, can work as a team, right? And pitch, right? We use Magdalene creates a calendar in calendly.com, and we use her calendar to book meetings for Sheila and Magdalene. Okay, so we need 50 such teams. We need 50 such teams to make this happen. I don't think we can make it happen. I don't have any hope that we can make it happen. I'm willing to test this, who can do, etc., etc. But this is what we need to do basically. Yeah, Kasi, Magdalene, many of you have raised your hands. You want to talk?
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking, just like we were thinking about giving leaders specific jobs, what if we also had a special team, maybe of 10 for starters, to be running the meetings? Obviously, we would have the people who are getting the jobs present in the meeting, but we just have a specific team of people who do the talking and sell the job. Maybe in the meantime, before we get all these 50 teams organized or something, we just had like a small group to run the meetings or to sell our pitch clients in the meantime. And that would maybe for the meantime just be like their specific role for StepUp.One, and see whether it could like run or something. Then also, I wasn't able to say this earlier because of poor internet connection, but I just wanted to add, okay, the company is growing and the jobs are also increasing, or let's say the onboard team is also increasing. So I was thinking, considering previously we've been giving 20% to the team leader for every job won, what if this percentage was decreased as we tried to accommodate maybe other needs that are coming up? For example, we were talking about where would the money maybe needed for whatever we discussed earlier, where would this money come from? So before we get the funds, considering these jobs are increasing, which means that each team leader has more jobs he would be getting a percentage from. What if we decrease this percentage as we maybe to 10%, and the other 10 maybe allocated to funding other needs for StepUp as the company? Yeah, considering the jobs are also earning more money, it would also make sense maybe to deduct this percentage that the team leader earns from for every job.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that input, Magdalene. I definitely will have to do that, if any of the risk that Bahana has said, comes into picture. We might have to reduce our price and, reduce everybody, correctly. But yes, that is a fair input. If you notice, I have already reduced it by 20%. So I don't know whether you saw that. It's actually the team leader today gets $60, but I've reduced it to 40. Right? So I have already done the reduction, and I don't think anything below 40 is a good idea. But if the entire thing doesn't work, then I will have to reduce it further down, for all of us, not just for the team leader. I will reduce it for the team member, team leader, and for running the company. So everybody will go through a reduced thing if this thing is a problem. Let me just it's okay. I'll put, you can remove your video, guys, Shifa and others, not because I don't want to see you. I really love to see you guys. It's just that just the bandwidth for other people. I wish we keep it really this thing, right? So we had already reduced it significantly, but this is already the team that we have. So Muhammad Hassan is supposed to be the leader for closing for pitching basically. So what I think we can do is, to bring more leaders, Magdalene and Sheila, Ahmed and Kasi, Patience and somebody, we can have, 50 smaller teams to basically do this thing. So which means we need 50 Calendly invites, right? So basically 50 such teams, and which means, 100 people team, 100 people. So everybody has got 2, and one of them must be there in a in a place where there is good network. So, but which means, 50 people in Nairobi and or somewhere else, where there is really good network, and 50 people in, Kakuma or Kiziba, wherever it is, where the network is not that good. Plus 50 calendar links, so that, we can send it to the, these people. So any idea how to, maybe we don't need 50, we just need 5 to begin with, right? 5 teams. So if we can start, talking about this, who wants to team up with whom, that'll be really good. I'll give this to the team leaders first, and if you can recommend, who will be the pitch team, maybe, in the document here. That will be really good, because I think we need to identify the pitch teams basically, right? All right. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, I think I can do it. I can team up with Patience if he feels like we can do it together.
No, Kasi, you cannot team up with Patience, because both of you are in Kakuma.
Oh, so, good.
Yeah.
Then if I can have somebody from Nairobi, I'm ready. I can do it.
Yes, you need one person from Kakuma and one person from Nairobi, or one from not just Nairobi. Even within Kakuma, let's say there is a search center where you have a very good internet connection, then you can choose that person who has access to that center, right? So the problem is not Kakuma, the problem is access to internet, right? And the first thing is maybe we start with this one, right? So for example, let's go to your thing. Can you guys think of your teammates like this? So we'll create 50 teammates, and we will create 50 calendar invites, and you guys are sharing that calendar invites with all the people, right? So we can yeah, I mean, the minimum is you got to be a at least a team leader or with a job, right? If you don't even have a job, how are you going to explain to a client? So one of you has to have a job. So so we can determine who that is. So basically you can we can even try to put it over here. Let's say Burberry can be a person who can pitch. So who's he going to pitching with, right? So that could be one of the things, right? I hope I can make a small change here. Let's see. So step up team. So let's say Burberry is already there in the onboarding team. So see, I think the pitch team is going to be the most crucial team. So let's say pitch this thing, and then we also need partner. So step up team. So let's say Burberry is going to be in the pitch team, and he needs a partner. And you need to be really careful, guys. Please don't think just because you're this thing, you need to be able to present to the client and talk to the client. Your English has to be good. Without that, don't try to simply say I can pitch and I have a partner. It's not going to work, right? One of you, either Burberry can pitch or his partner should be able to pitch. Let's say Burberry partner with Mohammed Hassan, right? So we need to be sure that Mohammed Hassan is able to pitch, right? If both of you have a problem with your English or your skill or your network, then it's not going to work. Yeah. So, you know, and let's say Jackson is already a part of onboarding team. So, you know, my suggestion is, you know, please don't try to become a part of the pitch team also. You know, like I said, you know, one team is what you need to be dedicating yourself to, right? So patience is on onboarding team. You know, so just be, you know, aware of that, right? And then you can you know, put your part. Yeah.
Nani?
Then you support this, then you don't have self.
Is this making sense, guys? You know, Samuel, you want to talk?
Yes, I wanted to talk something. I hope first of all, what you are discussing about now, it is something that is going to help the company to grow up. And what I can say is the team that we are trying to build should be the team that deserves the place. When I'm talking about to deserve the place, I mean, because the pitching, it will be done through in front of the client, and in front of the client, it means the person who is pitching should be capable to convince and should be capable to introduce the team. So
Yes.
what I was wishing could be, if first of all we can target the people, the graduates who are willing, then we train them, like create a time for training, we train them, then we create maybe a test inside the step up itself. So for those who will make it, we find that these people have made it, then we can take them for to be now the final team for pitching. Because what I can see is if we just do a mistake of taking someone who's not capable to do so, it is the failure of the entire team.
Yeah, no,
That is
absolutely. No, very good point, Samuel. You know, I will let Mohammed Hassan, you know, do those kind of trainings. You know, he will be the leader for the pitch team. But what is more important is, you know, that you know, we can easily measure the performance of the teams. You know, let's say Mohammed Hassan is doing, and then, you know, someone else is also doing, and that someone else is doing, you know, so very well, then we'll know who's doing very well and who's not doing well, right? So definitely, you know, this is something that we will, you know, measure, and we'll keep the thing. My point is, we are going to get hundreds of meetings, and you know, we can keep training and practicing, you know. So definitely I take your point on board. And I'll ask Mohammed Hassan to, you know, organize those trainings, organize those pitching sessions. You have to remember, guys, you have to take it from me. I'm not going to be able to do any of these things. I'm going to be able to give you the strategy, and then I'm going to expect you guys to deliver the results, right? So don't let you know, everyone down. If you can't do this leadership role, please say that right now. Or tell me one-on-one, and we can, you know, replace you with someone else who can do it. Please don't let down the team after taking the role. That's my only honest, you know, feedback to all of you. Yes, Shem, you raised your hand. I saw you raised your hand, and then now it's, yeah, Shem, Bahana, you guys can go.
Yes, thank you very much. Shem, you want to go first? Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to say, I mean, this is a great idea, Anis, and I really support the idea of having you know, a team that's going to pitch, that they will be doing the pitching, and I guess these should be actually the people who normally joins the meeting. That's every time when you're pitching. But I wanted to maybe add this. This is my point of view also, because this 2022, as you have said, we wanted to to make sure that people should not have a sense of you know, thinking about someone is there, or someone is there will help me, someone is there will help me. So the idea of like a team up two people in a meeting will may not be a good idea. You know, one will feel like like someone so is there will help me. Like people should be ready, like psychologically and physically. Like he needs to be ready. Like he needs to know that I'm not going to read the pitch for the client, because the client is actually reading the pitch. Help me. The client is actually reading the pitch while we are sharing the screen. So there are things that maybe when it comes to teaming up two people, or let them join the meeting like two, but knowing that maybe Bahani is there will chip in if I mess up. No, the point there is not messing up. The point there is convince the clients to sign the deal.
Yes.
So someone should be there to convince the clients, but not believing that Bahana is there, will chip in if I mess up. And lastly,
amazing. No. Wait, Shem, amazing point. Amazing point. In my normal world, I would have done exactly what you have said. But because we live in a slightly tricky world, what I mean by a tricky world is not we lack one of these three. We don't have the skill, we don't have the internet, we don't have the English. So I don't want people to be left out. That is why I'm pairing them into two, so that the person with no English can learn how to pitch it just by reading the slide. All I want to do when you're pitching is just read the slide. I don't want you to have some amazing English skills or anything like that. If you read the slide and show the slide, you are good actually. So that's why the pairing up, I completely agree with you. I don't like the idea of putting two people. The moment you put two people, this guy will think the other person will do, and the other person will think the other person will do. But this is only a way to save them from this whole pitching problem. Okay, so go ahead with your second point. Yeah.
Okay. My last point is that now I believe the StepUp has got this policy and the rules and regulations, but I have come to understand that sometimes team members and team leaders, group leaders, we don't follow the protocols, because sometimes a team member may have a problem, and then a team member wants to come directly to you, Anis, and then that's he's not sometimes you have to follow the protocol within a team, within an organization, because maybe I've been trying to help my team member, but maybe it happened one day that I was not ready to do that. So, but he could not be patient, but he thought of reaching out to the founder directly, which is not good. But this thing of reaching out to a specific let me say to you private, inboxing you, I think team members, it's not really a good idea. We need to stop that. Whatever you want to bring on the table, put it in the group. We need to put it in the group.
This is such an important thing. No? This is very important. Lot of people are coming to me, and I am always telling, the first thing I tell them is talk to me in the group. I always tell them talk to me in the group. I am telling you, please don't talk to your clients one-on-one, right? Not just to me. You have no business talking to anybody one-on-one. It's important that you talk to in the group, so that everybody learns from your problem, your frustration, your escalation. If you want to escalate on your team leader, escalate it, in the execution group, or direct, the only thing I would say is, if you're suffering from some kind of a huge, problem with your team leader, then of course, then in that case, you can't be telling, everything over there. So you can escalate it to me directly, but you have to be careful. This is a very important thing that you need to, follow. I agree with you, Shyam.
Can I go on?
Yes, Mr. Anis.
Yes. Jackson,
my
can you just give 1 minute to Bahana? He was there before you, so just give him 1 minute.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackson, you want to go first?
No, it's okay. It's okay, Bahana. Just go ahead.
No worries, Bahana.
Oh,
If you have a
okay,
burning
fine.
point, you can go first.
No, not really, actually. I think Shem has highlighted what I also want to talk about. But going back to these three challenges that Anis mentioned, with regard to those who will be, pitching to client, I just want to maybe bring up an idea. I think we started this, was it last year or 2020? You remember, of course, we cannot change people's English or, but we can slowly, step by step, improve and all these things. But I just wanted to see if, and is it possible to, to have the kind of session we had with Darren, these interpersonal skills coaching, especially for this, team who is going to be leading on the pitching. Because one thing that I've also learned, Anis, it might be reading the slides, the pitch, but remember also even reading the slide, it's also difficult for some of the people who are not confident to speak, like in a meeting or to present something. So if we could be having like these guest speakers coming in and teaching us one or two, interpersonal skills, like on how you could become confident when delivering a pitch, for example, addressing the client, how could you be optimist, when trying to close a deal, how can you be empathic, with the client and all these things. This kind of, soft skills that you may want as a pitching leader, so we may not change things overnight, but at least they keep on building your confidence. Like up to now, I still remember 3 things I learned from Darren's lesson, which are helping me even up to date, before I get into a meeting, I'm the person presenting, like I always exercise those 3 things, this kind of training. So if you can have, like, let's say 1 or 2, 3 in a month, I think, that can also level up the,
Absolutely.
the confidence.
Bahana, it's, it's very good, what Darren has done, so we all need more, and Darren is so, willing to come and do the session with us. Okay. So it's not like, so we can, and not only Darren, there are so many people who want to, train you guys. I keep telling everybody no. The only reason I tell no is because you don't have time to do your job first. How you're going to create time to do, training. But we have to create those times. I want Mohammed Hassan to reach out to Darren. I can give him that, thing. I want you to reach out for other skills. I want Joel to, so whoever is responsible for training, should be able to do this, as well, Bahana. I will give access. There are hundreds of people who wants to give free training to you guys. Hundreds.
We actually don't need separate training. So see, like even this hackathon, we can give 20 minutes or 30 minutes to 20 minutes to a guest speaker, who wants to teach us, on a specific skill that maybe it's of great importance to us,
Okay. No, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I can bring people to it's a Saturday, but we can bring people, we can do that, Bahana. It's a good point. Let's action that point, as to who is the right person to come and teach us. Darren is more than willing to come again and again and again, but there is I think. So I've just created this pitch team. Ideally, we need to have a similar team for, let's say, let's say for Jason, for his thing, right? The only thing I'll ask everybody to think about is, you have to be careful about, who are those people, right? So that they are not there in every slide, so it'll be like really bad if everybody is there in every slide. Okay, so you can access these slides and you can create your own teams. Let me do that. I think we are running terribly late, but this is such an important meeting, so I want to finish what I started. So what I'm saying is, so we have to achieve the goal of 10,000 jobs, okay, this year. So if we do 10,000 jobs at 300, that is approximately 3 million US dollars, right? Wherein how much money each of us will earn. Approximately, I'm just talking in dollars, you can also put in this thing. So $60,000 or $600,000, I think, will go into the running of the company, right? Running the company. 40 or 400, I don't know whether I'm correct, is going towards team leaders, and $2 million will go to the team members. So this is roughly, is this correct? I think it should be correct, but you can overall, if we achieve our numbers, okay. If this is the mathematics of sustainability, okay. This is the mathematics of sustainability. It should not be even here. It should be actually, here, because this is what we want to do. We want to charge $300 per month with 10,000 people, right? And we want to earn, this is the kind of money that we want to earn, for us, as a team. But if we can do this, why are we doing, this other thing, the second thing, right? Think about it. Maybe, today is, way too late to be talking about it. I'll just tell you what we are trying to do. We want, when we do this 30,000 meetings, okay, these 50 people trying to do 30,000 meetings, if this 50 people do this, right, these 30,000 meetings in a year, they won't be able to do anything in their life. They will never be able to work for a client again. You understand? If you are doing 3 meetings every single day for the whole year, you can't work for any other client. You have to be a full-time employee of StepUp.One. I hope you understand what that means, right?
Yes.
So you can't, and that's the problem that I'm trying to solve. I want that also. I want at some point in time, I want that also to happen. So 3 million is possible. This is not possible, and that's why we need another strategy to win for every one meeting, okay, we do with the right people. Let's say a founder of a startup, okay, we want to start with 10 people. Are you with me? So why can't we just simply start with 10 people? If you're pitching this with 10 people, why can't we start with 10 people? Based on my experience of winning two such deals so far, no client is willing to start with 10 people without there is no, they want it to be run like a project. There has to be a project, there has to be an outcome, there has to be some kind of a solid outcome, okay, when they want to do like this. This is why I have to bring in a project. Think of him as a project owner or a project manager, right? From outside, not from the refugee camp, but from outside, who is an expert in delivering projects like this. We call him TOPS, or force multiplier. TOPS is tip of the spear, tip of toss, is it? Tip of spear, toss, or force multiplier. So if we give 10 people multiplied by this one guy, it's not 10, but it is, let's say 100, because he's able to, multiply, you guys at least 10 times based on his experience, expertise, and so on and so forth. Right? That's and every such thing will start with a 10 people team, and we want to increase the 10 people to 100 people once we are able to achieve the results. Right? And that is why we have created a new thing like this. So it's $300 for individual clients. It's $6,000 for new startups, where we will give them 10 people and a project manager and all the other people, and we can do a big job. This is a small one-to-one job. This is a big project that we can execute and deliver. And then what is this dollar with there's no money? If we are able to deliver this project successfully with 10 people, we can then, increase that to 100 people. That's the idea. And this is how we will reshape, from where we are today to where we want to go. I will pause here because I think, we have spent a lot of time. I think a lot of you have, been very, very patient and very, very, attentive. So that's the whole idea. These will be the two things. One, we will become sustainable with our core model, which is the one-to-one model. Two, we will become profitable. We will become, a company that is, growing rapidly with the second model, which is the 10x model. And then why we have a 100x model or the third model is simply because when we are successful in 10x, it should be very easy to multiply to 100x. I will just spend another 3 to 5 minutes so that I can answer your questions, and we will, discuss this further next week. But any questions? I'm guessing, Bahana, you put your hand up just for the. Yeah. Yes, Samuel.
Yes, my question just goes to the previous meeting that we had along this week, and it was said that there is probability of like 15 job opportunities for graduates. So I could like just to confirm if it has been already been given to graduates, or still there are some requirements to fulfill.
Okay, that's a very good point. Okay, so very good point. So we have the jobs all signed up. I'm just waiting for people to be ready. Like Bahana said, we're not going to be giving these jobs to anybody without them being ready. So the way I'm, currently looking at them is here. This is the group's dashboard. I'm looking at the group's dashboard, and I'm really, looking for people from here. Let me just refresh this page and see whether any changes happened. When I looked at it yesterday, it was, oh. Okay, yeah. Oh, looks like some more good stuff has happened. So this is still some 10 people, really not even figuring out what they are doing. So I want to see, more stuff here actually. I want you to go back, check your groups. It's very easy to do that. Let's say you are Samuel, put your name here. Is this you, Samuel Callow? So
no, I'm Samuel Binger.
Okay, so you don't have a single thing here. You have not done anything inside this group. I don't know. Okay.
Sorry. Some group which have been approved on the side, I've already requested for like to join, but that admin didn't yet give me the chance to join. But all my assigned clients, I've already sent them the invitation. Some of them have connected back, and I've requested more other clients. I'm still waiting for them to be sent.
Sure. Okay. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chance. Please ask your question. Yeah. You don't have to. Yes, Chance.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Chance.
Yes,
I
my
can hear you.
question is, I am new at StepUp and I am hunting, and sometimes I meet with the client that required me to know their personal emails for me to invite them. Yes. And I have a question of how I can connect with them without knowing their
Oh,
personal.
sorry, Chance, no problem. Just, skip those clients. We have like, thousands and thousands of clients for you. There will be sometimes, one or two or 10 clients who you need the personal email in order to make a connection with them. We cannot do anything about it. So just skip them. Don't worry about them. Just keep skipping them.
Hello, excuse me, sir.
Yes, 1 second. I want to make sure. Chance, is that clear to you? Okay.
Yes, that's clear.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yes, Kader, go ahead.
Excuse me, Mr. Anas. For high by scaling, I have been accepted in so many groups, and I have posted the motherboard, and I'm not seeing my name on the list that you have now shown. What's happened?
I don't know why. So you can see it, right? Your name is here. So this is your name, and it's approved in many groups, which is good. But here you have not said you have posted it. This is where you have to say that you have posted. Not here. Not okay. Yeah, you're saying everything, but here you have to say it's posted. Not posting. It should be. It should be the exact word. Let me show you with Ali as well, so that you can see the right way to do this. So yeah, can you see posted? So this is the right word, posted. Okay. So so if I look at your ones, like yeah, even here, even you don't have this color and everything. Okay, don't have to be exactly. We don't need the color, but if the color will give you a little bit more this thing, right? So but I think because you have said posting, that's why it's not come through. But you have not done so much of work. There is so much approved, but you have not posted in all the places, right? So for example, if I take only your name, okay, remove everybody else's name, Hersi, right? Abdul Qadir Hersi. Okay, no. Hersi, what's your name? Sorry, how is your name spelled? Hersi, right? Yeah. Abdul Qadir Hersi. Yeah, Hersi. Okay. Hersi. Okay. So if I only
it's not IC.
Yeah. If I only select you, so it's all approved. But here, nothing is saying posted. So if you are posted here, just say posted, right? Like this. Posted. If you say posted in all your places. So you have posted in 6 groups. You've been approved in many groups, but you're only posted in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups. Okay. So if you go to your dashboard, you will start seeing your name now. Accepted in the group, posted in the group. Okay. What's happening here? Oh, okay. There's all kind of posted here. Okay. Okay, is it because you're accepted in group and accepted as? Oh, that's because, here. So, what you have done, Abdul Qadir, I don't know whether you are saying. So in this one, just keep it, accepted in group. Okay. So when you're, don't say started posting. Started posting is here. Right. That's why, it's not coming. So you're accepted in here, right? So here you're saying request sent, but you're actually accepted in group. So that's why, it's not coming, I guess. Yeah, in the other places, I think you're not posted. So this is okay. Just keep this accepted in group. Okay. Don't change it at all. Yeah, now it should come. Yeah. Abdul Qadir Hersi, you're accepted in 8 groups, and you're basically posted in 8 groups. What I can do, I can just simply, select all the things and see what happens, because the only thing that matters is how many posts you have done, right? So I can just keep it like this. So you have posted Hersi in 8. So yeah, so it's a better way to look at everything. Is that clear to everybody? Kader, sorry, Kasi, Farah, you guys have any question?
Thank you. It's clear to me.
Yes, Anis, my question, I have like 3 questions.
Yeah.
And one is like when we who have been selected for the pitching group, and when we did agree that we will be like having sessions to be trained on how we should be doing it. I was feeling like it had better we fix like a time, like when are we starting and how should we go about it? Because
Yeah,
if
just
we might have a plan, but
so Mohammed Hassan, can you come up with a plan, of when we can do these sessions? But more important than more sessions, I think, let us start a pitch team, and then, we can. So you have to be careful, guys. Pitching is not for everybody. Do not join that group unless you have a very good command over your English language, right? That's the most basic thing, because you can learn the skill, you can learn the network, but without English language you're going to struggle. So don't join that group unless you have a very good command of the English language, right? That's one thing. Let me ask Muhammad Hassan, to maybe answer this question. Maybe first let him create a group, and then he will announce the way to join that group, and then you can all join that group, and he will tell us when will he arrange these kind of trainings.
Okay.
Okay.
The second question is about like the work that we are doing for Amazon, and today is the weekend, and we have to like report to the client whatever we've been able to do so far. So I wanted to know like how will we like go with the reporting strategy on like telling Slova that this is what we've been able to do since we started, and that's how we go about it. Yes, that is my second question.
Yeah, just please have a meeting with Martha and the rest of the team, and then discuss and agree how you want to report it. Yeah, just organize a meeting with Martha and all the rest of the Amazon leadership team and agree on how you will report it. It's already there, the reporting is already there. You just have to, learn how to, talk about that report. So basically the Slova report is already there, okay, which is here. The client has already made the report for all of you guys. You just have to, know how to express that report. So this is the, report, isn't it? The person-wise clicks.